What is up, YouTube? It's your boy AJ Adams. Today I'm back with a brand new video. Haha! I'm just uploading another one to YouTube right now. So by the time you get to watch this one, that other one will already be up on the channel. 2 videos in one day. I don't usually do that, but I got a lot of time on my hands. But oh well. Thank the Lord for what He's done. Amen. Today, as you mentioned in the last video, you'll probably notice that I talked about reviewing my Attitude Era collection. Well, I got them sitting right here beside me, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5 set. Technically, I mean, I included the Prelude to Attitude Era in this one, which is this one. I've already done a review. I'm not going to talk about this one other than this was the start of it all. This is before it happened. It's a pretty damn good DVD. And then I got Volume 1, which is a 3-disc set. Volume 2 is a 3-disc set. And Volume 3 is a D-disc set. And Volume 4 is a 3-disc set. I'm going to start with this one because it's Dawn of the Attitude. I'll go backwards here. Dawn of the Attitude. The year was 1997. And this is what started it all off. I'll give you a quick background. For those of you that don't watch wrestling or don't know wrestling or do, but don't have a full general idea what it was. The Attitude Era was to save the WWF back. It's what it was called back then, WWF. They was in a ratings war with Ted Turner and WCW for rating supremacy. Excuse me, that's a tongue twister. And WCW and WWE, they were exchanging talent. Now you had Kevin Nash and Scott Hall jump to WCW. X-Pac jumped twice because he left the WWE for WCW and then come back after Shawn Michaels got hurt at WrestleMania. Actually, the night after, you had Bret Hart jump and go to WCW. Undertaker and Kane stayed. Shawn Michaels got hurt and was out of action. And the top guy of that before The Rock and Triple H and all them, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin was the top guy. Back in the day, they needed somebody to carry them through the Attitude Era, because if they didn't, and they lost the rating supremacy, they was going out of business. That's it. It's done. WCW was going to win. But after like Luger and all them started showing up at WCW, they're like, all right, excuse my French, but they're like, we're getting our asses handed to us. And they were. I think for like 2 years straight, their ratings was going down here and WCW's was up here. Like it was awful. So they had this thing called the Attitude Era. And after Steve Austin beat Jake the Snake in 96 to become King of the Ring, they put the Intercontinental title on. Eventually he won the WWE title. He was the man. But it's got matches on here like Shawn Michaels versus Sid Vicious, The Rock at Austin. That might have actually been at one of the WrestleManias, because for those of you who don't know, Austin and Rock had a 3-peat at WrestleMania. They main evented in 99, 2001, and 2003. Austin beat The Rock twice. Rock beat Austin once. Austin won 3 Rumbles. Rock won 1. So even got The Undertaker. For most of you that don't know this, Undertaker come in. When he debuted, he was undefeated for a whole year. And I can't remember who beat him. I want to say it might have been Shawn Michaels who took the title off of him. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. Excuse me. Don't quote me on that because I don't know. It's one thing I do not know. But it's got Ken Shamrock, The Rock, Undertaker, Psycho Sid, Goldust, Sable, and one of my favorites, D'Lo Brown. I love D'Lo. If I'm correct, it's also got, it may even have the late great Owen Hart. It does have Owen. Yeah. For those of you Owen don't know, Owen passed away in May 21st, 1999. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And then this is the next one. I'll start with volume. I'm going down, and this is volume 3 of the Attitude Era unreleased. Basically, what this is excuse me, is this is unreleased matches of the live events from the past decade of the Attitude Era. I love this DVD. It's good because the Attitude Era is one of my favorite eras of all time, right next to the Ruthless Aggression Era, considering the fact that I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression Era. But the only thing I don't like about this DVD, no commentary. But, I mean, they're live events. There's going to be announcers. The people that's there, you're not going to hear them talk. Okay? It comes with a little slip, you know. It's even got one of the if I'm correct, that's the original Undertaker. Like, that was his original attire and stuff. Then you got Germany from 96. Hey, this is 96 and 97 and might even be from, and they even got 2000. Yeah, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 2000. So this is just a mixture of the last 40 years of the 90s and in the early 2000s. I mean, they got Matt Hardy. Let's see. These are what the disc look like. It's got a little few. It's got a little scratch. I've watched it, but not much. It's got a Wall Street where they set up a ring in the middle of Wall Street. You got the Hardy Boys versus Lowdown, which I think that might have been Mark Henry and D'Lo. You have Shawn Michaels versus Mankind. You have Ultimate Warrior versus Owen Hart. Damn, I don't remember that one. Must not been very good. It wasn't Owen's fault, let me tell you. Undertaker and Bret Hart versus Owen and British Bulldog. That was a good one. The reason why I said it wasn't Owen's fault because you can't get blood from a turnip. Warrior sucked, in my opinion. I mean, I don't mean to speak ill as dead. Please don't come back and haunt me or whatever. Please don't. Triple H versus the Big Show. You had the Dudley Boys versus Test and Albert. Test is dead. He's a pretty good wrestler. And then Cactus Jack versus Chainsaw Charlie on Raw. For those of you that don't know Chainsaw Charlie, that's Terry Funk. Terry Funk's ECW gimmick was Terry Funk. His damn WWE gimmick was fucking Chainsaw Charlie. Excuse me, I said the F word again. I'm sorry. Real quick before I go to the next one, I'm going to show y'all what the inside of these other ones, the Dawn of the Attitude looks like, because I forgot to show that. This is what the disc look like. And there's the man right there. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's after he got arrested for giving Vince McMahon a Stone Cold Stunner on Raw. This is what the disc look like. It's got disc 1 is Stone Cold and Bret Hart. The second disc is Shawn Michaels and Triple H DX. And the third is Undertaker and Kane, Brothers of Destruction. There's disc 1. Disc 2. It's got Dude Love wearing glasses. Dude Love is Mick Foley. It's got Undertaker and Kane behind the little disc tray looking thing. And there's disc 3. Undertaker and Kane. It's scary. I know you couldn't pay me enough to wrestle them guys. Them guys are key. They're scary. They scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. So there's that one. And this is one of my favorite covers of all time. This is volume 2. I bought this one before I got this one. The man that started it all. The toughest SOB. The baddest dude the WWE ever seen. Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's pretty good. It's got matches on here. It's got 30 unfiltered matches from WWE Championship bouts, the Rare Classic from Raw, SmackDown, and Heat, and much more. This is what the inside looks like. Austin gave the middle finger. Please, YouTube, don't throw me off the air. I'm just showing the people what it looks like. Black, red, and white. That's the Attitude Era. Those was the colors. They're supposed to be Monday Night Raw colors because the colors was Raw always wore. This one's got Owen Hart. It's got Godfather and Val Venus. Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown. It's got Triple H, Kurt Angle. No crap. Sorry, I'm retarded. I can't read. I'm blind. Ain't that bad. I got glasses and still can't see. It's got Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho versus Taz. That was an okay match. Now, if I'm correct, now this is the one that they had a hardcore match. I think it was between. Let me find it. Because it's got Crash on here too. The Houdini Hardcore Crash Ollie. He's dead. He's one of my favorites. But anyway. There's a hardcore match. I can't think who it is. I want to say it's might be testing somebody, but anyway, before it's over with, Big Show comes out, Billy Gunn comes out, Kane comes out, and I think Raven comes out. But if it's not on this one, I know for sure it's on my the History of the Hardcore Championship DVD. I have never reviewed that one on this channel, but I'm going to. As a matter of fact, it may be in the next video if I do another one, or it'll be tomorrow or something like that. There's this too, because I'm off winter. So now, this is one that I got for Christmas a couple years ago. This is all I needed to complete the collection. And this is, remove it, this is just garbage. But this is the very first volume of the Attitude Era. My Uncle Kenny got it for me for Christmas. There's the cover artwork. Here it is, right there. So y'all can read it. I don't know who can read upside down and who can't. Here's the spine of it. And here's what it looks like on the inside. I like the monster truck. That's when Austin ran over rocks. They claim it was his brand new car, but I'm not stupid. It was a rental car. There's a brand new Lincoln Continental too. He ran over it with a monster truck. You got Eddie Guerrero, which is deceased. You got Mideon, Steve Blackman, Rick Rude, which is deceased. Mae Young, which is deceased. Pat Patterson, which is deceased. Steve Williams, which is deceased. Tess, which is deceased. Luna, which is deceased. Brian Christopher, which is deceased. And you got Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young. They're both deceased. I probably should. Maybe I said Moolah 2 or 3 times. If I did, I apologize. Sonny. It's got the Mean Street Posse, Rodney, Joey Abs, and Pete Gas. I think Pete Gas was this guy. This one. I think that one's Pete. I think it was Pete Gas, not Test, the guy under Test. I think that's Pete Gas. You had plenty of good matches on here. You had the Hell in a Cell. It was an 8-man Hell in a Cell. It was Kurt Angle, Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, Triple H, and Rikishi. It was pretty good. Now this is a fact. I'm pretty sure it's a fact. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure it's a fact. If I'm correct, when Kurt Angle signed with the WWE in 1998, he trained, made it on television in 1999. And within the first 2 years there, between 99 and 2001, he had won every title there was known to man. Before 2002 even hit, he was already a daggone Grand Slam champ, if I'm correct. Not to mention the titles that was combined and brought in during the Invasion storyline, where you had WCW brought in. You had the tag titles. You had the world title. You had the cruiserweight title. You had the hardcore title. That may have been it, but I know Kurt Angle, he was a world champion for WWE. Oh, you even had the United States title that WCW brought in. I don't know if he won that one. I think he did. Not 100% sure, but no, for definitely sure he was WWE champ, hardcore champ, European champ, Intercontinental champ. He's a European champ and Intercontinental champ at the same time. Tag team champion. He's done it all. He's done it all. And he never won a Royal Rumble, though. And believe it or not, the guy that's right there that says, "Help me, Mr. Al Snow," I met him at the fair. But not to get off subject, this got when DX invaded Raw. It got when DX invaded Nitro. That was funny. Paging Dr. Austin. That's when McMahon was in the hospital bed because the Undertaker and them broke his leg, like for real. It's either his leg or his ankle, but it wasn't scripted, it wasn't gimmicked. It was real life. Like they shattered it. The Rock and This Is Your Life, Rock. That was when Mick Foley and The Rock did a damn thing with, what you call it? It was The Rock's birthday was coming up, and they did This Is Your Life, Rock, with presents and stuff. It was pretty funny. But it's got Right to Censor, D'Lo Brown. Check out time. The best year that's wrestling. The best years that wrestling ever had. Considering after USWA, you had the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s. I'm still going to say Ruthless Aggression is a good era. But after we lost Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, WWE died. Really great sets of DVDs. I recommend it if you're a wrestling fan. If you don't have them, go out and get them. But yeah, sorry for just rambling. This is what I know best. I've known wrestling since the age of 4. But yeah, it's not bad. But that's what it is. Like I said, pretty good DVD sets. I got Volume 1 of the Attitude Era, Volume 2 of the Attitude Era, Volume 3 of the Attitude Era, Volume 4, which is Dawn of the Attitude Era, and Prelude to Attitude. Altogether, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I counted. I got anywhere between 376 to 385 wrestling DVDs. I got a whole shelf full in there, and I got this little thing beside my bed that's full. But anyway, that's today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll catch y'all down the road. Stay classy. Peace!